afternoon, everybody. My name is Lindsay Steck. Today, our Visit Local Pensacola blog series is live in the kitchen with Gregg McCarthy, corporate chef and executive partner at the Grand Marlin on Pensacola Beach. How's it going?
Great, Lindsay. How you doing?
Doing well. Thanks so much for having us.
Thanks for being here.
So tell us a little bit about the Grand Marlin.
The Grand Marlin is a wonderful property right here in Pensacola on the water on the Santa Rosa Sound. That offers. We want to offer the finest food, beverage, service that we could offer in Pensacola. It's kind of like a upscale restaurant meets beach bar, if you will.
Very cool.
It's neat. It's neat.
So tell me, how did you get involved with the Grand Marlin?
Well, it's a long story, but it comes from a group of business partners up in Atlanta who became friends over the years, more than just guests in our restaurant. My operating partner Brian and myself were at Ray's on the River up there in Atlanta, and their corporate lunchroom was our restaurant at Ray's, and it just became over the years became a great friendship. And we get invited to weddings and do their Christmas parties. It was just a great thing. And they had this property down here, and didn't really know what they wanted to do with it. I had moved on from Ray's to do a restaurant called Murphy's in Atlanta, and Rod, the principal owner, always wanted to kind of bring us back together as partners, operating partners. And he had this property, and he's like, "What do you want to do?" And we were like, "Let's do a restaurant." So here we are.
So pretty much it was your baby.
It was all of ours. It was the whole ownership group, but yeah, it was
very unique.
But we're the restaurant guys, and we did it.
Very nice. So you were telling me you cooked all across the country at the Old Ebbitt Grill in DC, along Atlanta and Dallas. What ultimately made you decide? I mean, obviously it was a wonderful opportunity, but to pick Pensacola and to not only go, but to stay and kind of plant your roots.
Well, I'll tell you, obviously the easy part was the fact that we had these wonderful owners that had this great property, and we're I'm lucky enough that they chose Brian and I to come down here, because it really fell into my whole life plan. Everywhere that you just mentioned was landlocked. I was landlocked in outside of Boston, an hour outside of Boston, Washington D.C., Dallas, Texas. And we always were water people, my wife and I. So we were like, it took 30 seconds to get down here, stand in the sand, and just realize that we wanted to be back on the water. And here we are. So, neat story.
So what's your favorite thing about being a chef?
Every day is different. Chefs are cooks. That's how we start. We love to cook food. We love the ingredients, but then we kind of take it to seeing the satisfaction in the guest face. And it's a very personal thing that a guest comes in and consumes our work of art, our love, our passion. It's really personal. So then as you become a chef, you become a mentor, a leader, a teacher, and all that combined. It's a very rewarding career. It's tough, it's hard, there's a lot of challenges, but in the end, it's really, really rewarding. Yeah.
So the menu here, I hear the food is fantastic.
I hope you've sampled.
I've been here a few times and I absolutely love it. But tell everyone kind of what to expect on the menu and some unique things about it.
Our menu is seasonal. We print it 2 times a day. So, what that does for us is it lets us offer the freshest fish that we can get, freshest vegetables, the produce. So in other words, if something comes to our door that doesn't look up to our standards, we don't have to accept it. We'll take it off the menu, whereas we're not locked into having it on our menu or serving anything that's not up to our standards. We make sure that anything that walks in that door is the absolute best that we can get our hands on.
And as a chef, do you have anything in particular that is your favorite to prepare?
Well, geez, I happen to have it right here. Actually, one of my favorite dishes is this crackling pork shank.
Okay,
and,
tell me about it.
It's a pork shank that we braise in basically like a pork confit, if you will. We braise it in lard, for 8 hours.
Oh, healthy.
And we cure it in a little bit of salt and sugar first overnight. So, and then we braise it for 8 hours. And then at pickup time, we drop it in the fryer, and it gets this really crispy outside. And we're serving it over whipped potatoes. It's got a beautiful orange mustard glaze on the top, made with Grand Marlin and orange juice and Dijon mustard, and we just reduce that down to a syrup, and it goes wonderful with the dish.
So tell me, why is that dish specifically your favorite? Obviously, there's a lot of complex flavors and a lot of preparation that goes into it. What do you love specifically?
It's technique. You know, I love. I'm from upstate New York originally, so I love the cold weather. I grew up on skis. You know, fall, winter is my time. It's like I love braising. I love braised lamb. You know, short ribs. So this kind of falls right into that kind of. You know, obviously this is not the most healthy thing you're going to ever eat, but boy, it's packed with flavor.
Comfort food.
And it's comfort food, and that's what I think that's what we do. I'm glad you said that, because I think that's what we do. You know, more than anything is we do upscale comfort food. And you know, I'm not the most cutting edge chef out there, but people love our food, and you know, when the plates come back to the kitchen, they're wiped clean, and that to me is satisfaction. You know, just upscale comfort food you want to eat.
Now, you say that you're not a cutting edge chef, and I think you might be lying to me. I've heard that you were invited to cook at the James Beard House in New York.
Yeah.
What an honor. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, it was just crazy, out of the blue. I don't even know how I got a phone call one day, and they were like, well, we'd like you to cook at the James Beard House. And again, it took me about 30 seconds to say, yeah, absolutely. You know, lifelong dream to cook in that kitchen that so many, you know, professionals and mentors of mine over the years have cooked. James Beard himself, Julia Child, Jacques Pepin. You know, I mean, to stand in that kitchen and realize the greatness that had stood there before me was a very humbling honor for me, and I packed it. It sold out, and it was a great night. Went off without a hitch. Of course, there's a couple crazy stories that go with that. There was a couple hitches that nobody needs to know about, but it was phenomenal, and it was a lifelong dream.
Cool. So we have some very tasty things happening in front of us and behind us all around. We're sitting at, this is the North Drop Bar, correct?
No, actually the North Drop Bar is outside. This is the oyster bar.
Okay.
And you know, we shuck all of our oysters to order. We don't pre-shuck any oysters. Kevin back there, he's just what he does all day long. He shucks oysters, and we have a great team of shuckers. And these are out of Louisiana right now, and they're delicious, they're plump, they're juicy, and you know, we offer the best of the oysters wherever they're coming from at this point. Apalachicola, when we can get them. They're kind of hard to get these days, but you know, we'll get them when we can. And this right here is our ahi tuna poke bowl. We had an appetizer on the menu called it tuna poke, and I thought, you know, with all the kind of trend of bowls going on, that this would make a great little. So we do it a little different. We don't use rice. We use quinoa, kind of, you know, kind of offset the unhealthiness of the pork shank to a more healthy dish. But we take the tuna, we toss it with mango and cucumber and soy sauce, and then we top it with a little wasabi tobiko on top. And it's served with these nifty little rice crackers that offer a lot of crunch.
You know, I think actually last time I came here for lunch, I had that, and it's so fresh, and it kind of reminded me of sushi in a bowl. So it's a little bit of the best of both worlds. You know, it's not difficult to eat, and it's really just so savory and satisfying.
You got it. You understand that. That's right. That is sushi in a bowl, and it's again, the tuna is pristine. You know, we get it from great sources locally, and it's you know, it's second to none.
Well, thank you so much for joining us
Thanks
today.
For
Tune in tomorrow. Our Visit Local Pensacola Live in the Kitchen will be back again with Alex McPhail from Iron downtown.